First things first, we need a little coffee. We need a little coffee. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Welcome. Good morning. And the coffee. The coffee is poured, Zelda. The coffee is poured. We are ready to have a little conversation. We're going to change up the studio a little bit, Joey Dell. JDL got a new name yesterday. You are no longer Joey Dell. You're JDL. Can you hear me back there, CG2? Give me a thumbs up. Wow, you guys are interesting. You better believe it. You better believe it, Uncle Dingo. You better believe it. The best crew around. No garbage. I don't know. We're gonna give you JDL. I think Susie gave it to you yesterday. I think. You're out of here, Herb Alpert. You are gone. You are gone. Today we're talking Sarah Collins, the lovely, the wonderful, the very talented, the survivor that we know as Sarah Collins. Now, you're sticking with Joey D? All right. You can do that. That's up to you. That's totally your call there, Stevie Moore. I can't. Oh, because I think Susie Q was calling him JDL yesterday. I think. I could be wrong. We love Sarah over here, right? The storage unit does not have power. No. That's why I got to go there at least once a week and start it up. Yeah. All right, let's go on camera a little bit here. So, we're going to take this back. We're going to take the studio back a little bit. I'm going to show you a clip from Sarah Collins that I kind of like, okay? Now, here's what happened. I had Sarah on as a guest a ways back, but my audio was bad. I was an amateur. I didn't know what I was doing. I'm still an amateur. I'm just saying. But I didn't really know what I was doing back then. Trying to add the color back here. That's dark. That's light. That's right in the middle. See, that's the color scheme you need right there. So, no, Joey Calabro, it does not have power. Can you hear me good on this 312th consecutive coffee talks here at the Social Club? We're having our coffee together. Good coffee is a pleasure. What a beautiful morning I had, walking in the rain. The rain is holy water. Today I was bestowed with a blessing early this morning. A blessing. And we're going to leave it at that. We shot the dice this morning. You see, we got the dice over here. We shot the dice and we came up a winner. So, all right, let's go. Stevie, thank you for the cash app this morning. I do appreciate that. Thank you so much. Okay, let's get this banner off the screen. Zelda. So I got wash going. I got laundry going. Polak with a nice boost. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Man, would you say the angels are crying when it rains? It's just raining out, and I love it. So, hello, Slim. Great to see you, pal. Let me go up to the top. Mike F., if you're watching, blessings to you. All right, the first one in the room this morning will be Bambi Paloma at 4:14 a.m. Maron. Steven Morinella coming up second. CG2 coming up 3. Joey Collabs, number 4. And number 5, we got Polak with the hit right there. It was great vacation with my son catching up. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, Polak. It really is. And number 6, Stony motherfucking Tony is here. All right. We got the whole fan family here. Bill C is right there. Mm-hmm. Gerard Sorcelli's here this morning. We're not hunting today, huh, cuz? We're not hunting today. Let me get rid of this banner. All right, look it. How do I want to go about this show? How do I want to do this right now? I'm going to show you a little clip, if you don't mind. Bill C. James Simpson. James, that bird is talking like crazy. Wow. James, that bird is talking really good. All right. So what I want to do, I'm going to show you a clip of me and Sarah Collins. My audio is not good. Her audio is good. I'm going to let her tell a little bit of her story, and then we'll go into it. Let me see if I can share this here. She won't shut up now, huh? All right, here we go. This is an old show here that I did. Not many people know, but we had Sarah as a guest. So let's check out Sarah Collins in her own words. Like I said, my audio is not good. All right, my audio is bad in this video.
So you got to try and pull all of this stuff together. It's not that simple, guys. But I'm learning, and we're having a good time with this. So as soon as Sarah pops in, we'll put her on the screen. We'll have a little conversation with her. Maybe she's having tea. I'm having coffee, and general conversation with down-to-earth, good people. What does that mean? Sounds good. Can you guys hear me good? Okay, hold on, Sarah. I see you back there. You got your mic on? Yes. Can anybody else hear me back? Hold on, Sarah. I see you back there. Give me a second. Trying to fix my mic. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me well back there. Sarah, you can hear me back there? Okay. Don, it might be you. It might be you. I'm not sure. Hopefully she can hear me. Oh, great sound. Okay, good. Well, guys, okay, so we got Sarah Collins in the background. We're going to bring her on the screen. This is really, really an incredible thing. We've been trying to do this for quite a while, but it's very difficult at times. So here we go. Let's welcome the wonderful Sarah Collins. Hello.
Hello, everybody.
How are you?
I'm really good. How are you?
This is amazing. I'm good. We've been trying to do this for a long time. It's hard to do, right? It's hard to do.
It is, and I really appreciate coming on here.
Yeah. So I don't like to do things as an interview. We're just hanging out, talking, going over some of your, what you've been through, what you're doing, what your future is, and the path that you're coming on. So I don't like to structure it. I don't typically make notes of something to, have an interview. That whole process of, okay, where did it start? What, the which song that you ever did a cover on? What really gets?
Asking a lady that's covered over 1,000 songs here.
You have one that really, or no?
Oh,
you love it all. You love it all.
I like Randy Crawford. You know the singer Randy Crawford?
Yes. Wow.
I love the singer Randy Crawford. Yesterday for my birthday, I went to see the Amy Winehouse movie. I love Amy Winehouse. The sound, I like that old, as you'll know, that old school sound, the crackly sort of voice. So not the perfect voices, the voices that are soul driven. Randy Crawford, who else? Gladys Knight, those sort of singers, the singers that tell stories, really.
Those songs have stories. That's what's missing in some of today's music. The stories are gone.
You missed that.
You missed that.
So there's singers that tell stories, you see. So she's talking singers that tell stories because she has a story. So I don't know what part of I don't know. Give me 10 on the pit. Yes, right. There you go. Shooting the dice, huh? You're shooting the dice out there, you? So yeah, I didn't have any of this microphone stuff, this, that, the other thing. Good morning, Toro. Great to see you, pal. Great to see you. Okay, let me read down a little bit of my notes for Sarah Collins, all right? Here is her opening up. Here is a little bit of what she kind of, a little bit of her backstory. This is in her words. Hi there. Thank you for visiting me. I'm a singer who felt the need to get back into singing after having a brain tumor removed. Only 8 weeks after the birth of my daughter. She had a brain tumor removed 8 weeks after the birth of her daughter. I'm very thankful that I am still here and able to enjoy singing and share my voice with you. Since being unwell, I inherited a fantastic vinyl collection of all the songs I grew up listening to. So I decided to share these fabulous songs with you. Thank you so much. Remember to live every day as if it's your last, and music as therapy, just like I did and still do to this day. Wow, it's crazy. She got some story, Magooch. She got some story. Really does. All right. In September 2012, she was at the peak of her singing career, performing in bands, enjoying good health. However, her life took an unexpected turn when she discovered a brain tumor 8 weeks after giving birth to her daughter. Looking back, she recalls moments during her pregnancy when she experienced headaches, unsteadiness, but attributed to normal pregnancy symptoms. She is a fighter, CG2. It's unbelievable. As Sarah recalls the events leading up to her diagnosis, she shares, one day she experienced dizziness during a gig, but it was brushed off as fatigue. However, just 8 weeks after her daughter's birth, Sarah had a frightening experience that changed everything. The room started flickering like an old movie, and she felt unconscious, leading to a traumatic discovery. Now, let me see if I can get into where, in her words, explain it. Let's see if we can go over there. All right, Sarah, you explain it now. You explain it.
So let me explain something. This is our observation of you. When you do these songs, although you did over 1,000 songs, we see that is, yes, somebody wrote that song, but
and there'd always be, and would say to me, listen to that lady sing all the information up. And I realised how important that those songs were for those people. They'd lived that life, they'd lived that story. And if you're trying to, put across a song and it's false, people just see you just trying to, you're not feeling it. So that's what music's all about for me. It's about emotion, and like you say, it's been a massive therapy for me, really.
see, you actually pull out the story.
Yeah, that's
No,
really
the
nice.
artist knew it originally, but you literally, we can feel the story through you when you're doing it. It's amazing. And that's why this group loves you. I play
Oh,
your songs almost every show.
a massive compliment. Thank you so much. I
Yeah.
really
And we
appreciate all your support.
They really, I mean, I know these people, they go over to watch your show, they watch your videos. I'm sure they leave comments. They really are. I do not know how I found you. I have no idea how I found you.
Put too many songs up.
I must have searched something, I don't know, some kind of cover and you came up.
Bored housewife, probably,
Yeah.
Tommy.
Something, oh my God. Great.
No, but it's been a massive help, the music, for me. I mean, even when I was little, it was something I still am quite shy. People can't understand that singers can be shy. And I'm not shy, but when I was little, I was quite shy and reserved. And then mum obviously heard my voice when I was small and thought, oh, maybe there's something there. And she put me into, like, well, I went for an audition for a musical theatre group. And from then on, it sort of like brought me out of myself, the expression, and I loved it. I loved, like, singing and learning from the older casts from, like, London, so like the West End casts that are really well trained, and it was something that I loved to do, and it's just stuck with me all the way through. It's
So
like a
I'm
best
letting her
friend,
tell it in her
really.
own words. I'm letting her
It's
do it.
like something that you can. It's so easy for me to do. I mean, I'm not technological, as you could tell, trying to, like, set this up. But for me to be able to, like, plug in a microphone into a computer, it's easy, and
You
just
plug it
plonk
in,
it in the room and sing. It's
plug
nice
it
and
in,
easy.
put the background music and just sing. Let me ask you a question. You've done live, obviously. You feel
Yeah.
more comfortable in your element, or do you feel more comfortable when you're live? Or does it not even matter at this point?
It does. I mean, as long as that, you know, as long as I get on with the person that I'm talking to, and I don't feel like there's a big hype about it, and I'm nicely relaxed, it doesn't really matter. No, it doesn't. It doesn't matter that.
That's great. That's great.
The more difficult thing when you're a singer is singing to one person. I mean, you'll laugh about this. I used to do some solo gigs before, and I walked into a pub one time, and it was obviously well advertised. And I walked in, and there was one man and his dog. And as I walked in, I said to the landlord, "You obviously don't want me to sing." And he went, "Oh, yes, I do." And as I walked in, the dog started to be sick. I was like,
Oh, my.
I need to go.
Wow.
I need to go.
Wow.
But it was good rehearsal, I suppose, good practice. But then you go from gigs like that, you've not got to get, you know, cocky about singing. You've got to be able to sing to a small group and then sing to a large group. It doesn't matter how many people you sing to. You still got to give a great performance, you know.
Interesting. Interesting.
Mm.
Wow. Okay, so you're hearing me perfectly, right? They might be having a little bit of a problem hearing me, so I don't know, guys.
Yeah, my mic was messed up
Sarah's
that
hearing
day.
me good, so I'm not going to adjust anything. We had a little problem with the camera before, and we
Okay.
worked it out. So I'm just going to leave it as it is. Not going to touch anything because if we touch something, we could end up with a problem. So let's go. Now we'll go back a little bit to the situation that happened with you.
Okay, this is the most important part of this sit down here. This is the most
So
important.
you know you are blessed to
Yeah.
be here.
Yeah.
So before you get into that part, you sang before that all happened. You were.
I did. Yeah.
You were singing before that.
I sang, like I say, I sang performing arts, musical theatre. Then I got to an age where I was like 17, 18, and I started out in a like a rocky band, so heavier stuff. And then I moved from that band to more of a poppy chartsy band that it was in at the time. It was like the 90s. And then I moved from Bradford, West
I'm just letting her
Yorkshire,
do it in
to where
her
I
own
live
words.
now, North Yorkshire. And obviously you lose contact with the scene a little bit. And then it was just like finding the contacts and joining other bands and things like that. And then it's amazing though how you can do it. I think I just went to jam nights and things like that and just got up and sang. And then people were like, "Oh, do you want to be in my band?" And it's just continued on from there, really.
Oh, that's nice. And then, okay, let's get into where life gets crazy for you.
Absolutely crazy.
We love to give the background.
I'm going to talk a little bit for a minute. And this is one of the most this is one of the most important parts of her. This is one of the most important parts of her story. So I can read it to you. I have all the notes. But you're going to hear her say it. Do you guys hear sirens in the background? Let me know. What are you going to do? You guys hear sirens? Granddaughter. No intro. Okay, let's let Sarah Polak. Let's let Sarah tell us where it started. See, do you hear the sirens? I want to. I could read it to you, but you know what? I have it in her voice. How often do you get to hear it in somebody's voice? Their true story. So let's hear Sarah say it herself. Let's go with Sarah doing it, guys.
And that is really the nuts and bolts of everything that you have going on right now.
Oh, yeah.
You know, not everybody knows, but when I see you, like I said, I do see you singing and I do see your heart coming out in it, but I'm always thinking of the backstory that not everybody knows about.
No,
And
I know.
That's big. So if you could dip into that a little bit, that would be great. So everybody gets to know.
Yeah, that was absolutely massive. Obviously, I'd had my son. My son was absolutely fine, and I was still gigging. So I was gigging when I was pregnant with my daughter. But there was a time on stage where I felt like I was going to fall into the audience. But with being pregnant, and I felt really unwell, like dizzy and headachy, and I thought it was just with being pregnant. So I put it down to that. And in retrospect, it wasn't that; it was something else. But then I had my daughter, and I was really proud of having her. So easy, well, not easy. I'm not going to say that. Disrespect to all the mothers out there. It wasn't easy at all. But it was easier than a £9.6 boy. She was only £7.7. So she came a lot easier. And then it was like 8 weeks after that. I was putting stickers up in Lily's room the day before, and felt on top of the world, fine, so happy. And then I took my son to school in the car, had my little baby girl with me in the car, obviously, at the same time. And we live in the countryside, so the roads are like really windy. Got all the way home, absolutely fine. And then I sat in the room with her for a bit, played with her. And she was in, those little bouncer chairs where they can't get out because the light's strapped in. And she was in that bouncer chair. I needed to go to the bathroom. So I thought, she's fine. I'll run upstairs. I'll go to the loo. I'll be back down in a sec. I never came down. I was on the loo, and all my vision, it was my vision that went first. So all I can explain it is like a Charlie Chaplin movie where the picture flickers and it jumps up and down like that. So it started to jump really fast. So I can remember holding on, and then I thought, I've got no mobile phone up here. I've got no phone nearby. What am I going to do? And that's all I remember. And then from what people have told me, I tipped forward onto the tiles. I hit my head there. I had a cartoon bump. And then it was like a horror scene. Tom come back from work and he found a bloody handprint in the bath. I'd crawled across the top of the stairs in semi-consciousness, thinking of Lily, into her room. I had like a cowl neck jumper on, and they found me. Well, Tom came back from work. The school was ringing saying, why hasn't anyone picked your son up? And he was like, what's going on? Lily was screaming. She was wet. She was upset. He was like, I don't know where she is, So he looked around all the rooms. He got to the Lily's room and he found me on the bed, sick. And yeah, it wasn't a nice scene. I think it was worse. I think it was worse for him because I don't remember that part.
You don't remember it, yeah.
No.
So he had that fear, all of that building up.
Yeah.
What's going on?
That's right. He's got that vision in his head now of finding me like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he relives this, and this is always there.
That's it. And mum and dad went to pick Freddie up from school. Freddie was about 5 at the time. Picked him up from school, got him back home safely. But the paramedics came, and I can remember them trying to talk to me, and I just made like some noise. I couldn't speak, and that frightened me then because I thought I knew something was badly wrong. So they had to sedate me, get me onto a stretcher because I was trying to get off to get to Lily.
That's a natural thing.
Carried me down the stairs, and then the awful thing I thought was Freddie seeing me being carried down the stairs. Who wants to see their mum, in a state like that? So they took me to the local hospital, scanned my head, thankfully, found this tumour the size of a small orange, and then told the shocking news to my husband, who couldn't believe it. They said, right, we've got to get her to another hospital that deals with this kind of thing, and get this thing out, because it was pressing on a main artery. So they took me to Leeds, and then I was in intensive care. They removed it, and I just kept saying thank you to everybody. Thank you, thank you. The nurses kept coming in, and I was saying thank you, thank you. It was like, thank you for saving my life. And she kept saying, this is what we do. This is our job, But I couldn't help it because I can remember there was one strange time though when I was in the MRI machine, and like people say, I'm very spiritual. When people say that there's a tunnel and people call you down the tunnel. Well, I was in the MRI machine, and I remember seeing this stranger. I didn't, in my head, obviously not in physical, and he was calling me over, and I was thinking, I don't know who you are. I'm not going with you. And afterwards, I was thinking, who was that person that I saw? And there was random things happened. Like I saw my husband's eyes really close to me, and then in intensive care, I said to the nurse, I can't sleep. I need my husband here. I didn't know it was midnight, and he travelled all the way over from where we live to get to me, to spoon. We spoon.
Yeah.
A hug means the world.
Yeah.
I'm coming. I'm coming. And I said, they've said that I've got a tumour. He went, I know, darling. He says, it's gone. It's gone. They've taken it. It's gone. And I just, those things, I really, really appreciate. But then after it was a harder fight after with the epilepsy.
Wow. Unbelievable story.
The harder fight came after, but you knew, you were going to be okay. You were under obviously fantastic care. Sounds like the medical team was absolutely incredible, and they knew exactly what to do. I mean, whoever those people are,
I met him. I met the surgeon, and I went back and I gave him a big hug and took a photograph of him and said, "You're a hero." And again, these people do these things every day, and he just said, "It's nice to see that you've come out the other side and you're okay." He says it was a large tumor, and it was touch and go really. He said, but we got there. But that's when the guardian angels are looking after you. I think when things happen like that, you get.
So the guardian angels were looking after her. Can you imagine her story? Can you imagine her story? Now I want to talk about something real quick here, real quick. I want to talk about guests on the panel. Gerard, blessings to you. I don't know if you just saw we had Sarah Collins, but blessings to you, Gerard. We've been praying for you, thinking about you, hoping that you are doing the best that you can do, Mr. Gerard. If you didn't see that, please go back and look at it. I think you will love it. I think you will love it, Gerard. I don't know if you have been watching. We are blessed to have you join us on this Saturday morning. We are blessed to have you on this Saturday morning. And how ironic is this? How ironic is this that the song I picked for Sarah Collins, right? You just caught the end? All right, well, check it out from the beginning. But while Gerard is here, I'm going to play this because this was for later. But since Gerard came in and this is his favorite song, and we're doing the show today about Sarah Collins, we're just going to play it right now in the middle of the show for Gerard, because she did this for us here.
Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars, and let me see what spring is like on a Jupiter, Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. Fill my heart with song. Let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Fill my heart with song. Let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words,
So that was for our friend Gerard. Gerard, how ironic is that? You wouldn't even think of this. You can't even put a show like this together if you scripted it, if you tried. It will not happen. It cannot happen. Things just happen here. We have no way of explaining it at all. God bless her. God bless her. God bless you, Gerard. Gerard, we're wishing the best for you. So we got Sarah Collins' story up there. Let me see. Let's see. So after all of that happened, I'm going to give you a little background story. Sarah now reflects on her perspective of life and has changed. She now cherishes every day, finding wonder in the simplest things in life, being grateful for her health, the opportunity to watch her children grow up. Her experience has also motivated her to use her platform to help others with similar challenges, offering inspiration through her YouTube channel, where she shares her soulful music and messages. The highlight of her career. This is the highlight of Sarah Collins' career, Gerard. She was at a what? She was nominated by her husband Tom, a great man, to star on a BBC TV show after she recovered from the brain tumor. Music played a vital part in Sarah's recovery after doctors found the Satsuma size growth in 2012. She gave an emotional performance of How Do I Live and sobbed when she was joined on stage by Leanne Rimes. Leanne Rimes joined her on the stage. How does her life come any more full circle than that? It can't. That's her idol. That's her idol. So, yeah. Mother of two Sarah was told she was going to a country music bar in London when the wall collapsed as she sat on a rodeo bull to reveal a studio audience of 2,000 people, and Leanne Rimes came in. So God bless. God bless. These are great things that happen sometimes with great people. Let me see a little more Sarah, and then we're kind of done with her story for today. But let's hear her voice a little bit more here. Gerard, it's unbelievable. She really...
And it wasn't cancer. You know, there's a lot of things out there sometimes where they say I did have cancer, I didn't have cancer.
Okay.
When it all went on and I was back home, I had to wait for the results for some time. And I don't know whether this happens to all people that are checking whether they've got cancer, but it was quite a long wait. And obviously I wanted to get back to normal life, or try to. And it was just the anxiety of, am I going to be okay? Is it gone away or not? And luckily, you know, it wasn't cancer. So I was so blessed, you know, and I thank God every day for that. I really do.
Listen, your work wasn't done, obviously. Look at what's going on now. I mean,
I know it's
great. It's
crazy.
great. So, did you lose speech at all, or everything after that? Did everything come back? You know, the thought to speech process can be, you know, it's challenging when you have an issue like that.
It is. I mean, I struggled with my speech at first. I was very quiet and I couldn't think of the words to say in a conversation like this. I would get lost. So I would, you know, I couldn't think of the words to say. They just wouldn't come to me and things like that. So I found it easier to be at home in a quiet environment where there weren't many people all the time, where I could just recover, because the surgeon, bless him, he did say your brain takes the longest to heal because all those connections have to reconnect. He says, and it will take a long time. He says, so please don't get frustrated with yourself thinking you're not getting better. He says, you will. It just takes a lot of time.
Is it just time, no matter what you do, or can you accelerate that by expressing, talking, thinking?
Well, yeah, the initial stages, I think I was too poorly to do anything. I think it was just a matter of just Tom was saying, I was getting fresh veggies into you, fresh food, good food, you know, making sure that you had the substance in your body to try and fight these things. And it was just, yeah, surrounding yourself but with love and family, really, and just knowing that you were safe again, because it was a trauma that happened at the time,
Wow.
but the trauma hits afterwards.
Wow, wow, wow.
So when it
God bless.
happens, it's fight or flight. You've got to go through it. And it's afterwards, when you've got time to think about it, that it's a scary situation. So that was a scary situation. But then one particular night, I was in bed, and this hand went into a fist, and I had really long nails at the time, and I was in bed asleep, and I went like that, and it woke me up because my nails went into my skin in my hand, and I had a full-on seizure. And it was the scarring from the removal of the brain tumor that caused the epilepsy.
Oh
And
my
that's where
God.
the fight began,
Wow.
really.
Wow.
That was
That's
hard.
unbelievable.
Right, so it's not just that
That is
initial,
crazy.
there was longer lasting, effects from it that you had to work through. Right.
Yeah.
And okay, so you recover, everything is well. You got an amazing family, you got amazing people around you. You have doctors that did a miracle. They won't say a miracle, and that's good, they're humble.
Yeah,
But
it was a
really
miracle.
is a miracle.
It was. I
performed a
mean,
miracle.
yeah,
They're being
they
too
were.
humble.
Yeah, they're just so humble. I mean, you don't realize how fantastic they are until you need them like that. I mean, the precision that he must have used to not, affect me in any way. I could have been in a wheelchair. I could have been paralyzed quite easily. My face could have dropped, or all sorts of things. I could have been blind. And
there's no room for error when you're doing
Yeah.
something like that. One
Amazing.
little move,
yeah,
and it's
that's it.
a whole different outcome.
Yeah, I had a scar from here to here. They didn't remove my hair, so I wasn't traumatized by that. I had my hair. They just shaved a little bit of hair there, and I had like staples in there, and that's how they'd gone through into there. But then I was a bit scared, because I said, if it comes back, do you have to go back into my head again? And I was like, I don't want you to go back in there, because they were saying, don't become a boxer or anything like that, because you've now it's
No.
it's like
No trauma. Don't bump your head. You got to be careful.
That's
You
it.
watch,
Like a baby.
watch the cabinets. People bump their head on cabinets and stuff like that. You have to be very.
This is
Just
crazy.
be careful with it.
Gerard, can you imagine?
So yeah, with
Unbelievable.
the epilepsy read itself, then it was just like another fight, really. And when I had my seizures, I was awake, so I didn't have the, I'd have rather not known what was going on. And when I had my seizures, I was heightened. My sensitivity was heightened. So people think
Listen
when
to
you
me.
see somebody having a seizure,
If
that
this
they don't
doesn't
know what's
humble
going
you,
on.
nothing will.
I knew everything that was going on. I knew when people were filming me on the phones. I had that. I knew when people were trying to, what they were saying, get an ambulance, and but I just couldn't do anything. Couldn't speak, couldn't move. There was a couple of times at home where my face went into a long rug, and I couldn't breathe. And obviously, you've got to be careful that you don't swallow your tongue. So Tom had to go through all that, and I'm like, poor bloke, this guy.
It's part of the whole process. This whole
It
thing
was,
is part of the
yeah,
whole process.
it was, yeah. At the time, they obviously then put me on a strong drug to stop them straight away. But then when you go back home from the hospital, trying to get off this particular drug caused them again. So then they had to find a drug that was going to work for me, and the dosage that was going to work for me, which all took time. And that was the horrendous period. So I went on a raw food diet. I cut out all the E numbers. Because the surgeon said, you will find out what your triggers are. So my triggers are coffee. I love coffee. Chocolate, alcohol. I know I love chocolate too. All the good things.
Chocolate, a glass of wine. You like all these things.
Yeah, all the good things. And I was like,
Those are triggers, huh? Those are triggers.
great. Yeah. So anything like with a stimulant in it, so ginseng, anything that speeds up your heart rate or burns calories quick, that's no good for me.
No good for me.
So I just it's not a massive thing. I mean, I used to like a drink and have a giggle with the girls and get a bit more relaxed, but I don't miss it massively. No, the thing I miss is coffee and chocolate.
Coffee and chocolate.
Coffee
People
and
love
chocolate.
chocolate, right?
Wow.
That's it.
Donna's doing it.
It's a guilty pleasure that we all love.
I know.
Very hard.
Gone.
Now, now you go from there. Sarah wants to sing again, right?
Yeah.
Just one day, like, I want to sing again. I want to sing, or how did it all happen? How did that?
So first things first. First things first. I mean, it's unbelievable how is it a miracle? What is this? What do you call this? That this woman, this beautiful woman, is still with us. She became a friend of the show. We play her music. We text message. I message her. She messages me. It's unbelievable. She had to sing, huh, Gerard? I mean, that was part of the. It was part of the. I don't know. The thought to speech alone, after the little thing that I had, is difficult. It wasn't her time, hey man. She had more work to do. Her husband, God bless him. Her kids, she had the will. She had the will. They opened her head up and did this work. They did this work on her and put it back together. It's unbelievable. Yeah, right, Adam. So you understand what she's talking about here. It's unbelievable. I love the story. I mean, instead of me talking, I'm just letting Sarah do it. She came by. This was maybe a year or so ago. I don't know, 2 years ago. I want to talk about. Having people on the panel.
So
Give me a
what was
minute.
this, the after effects, so to speak, of what you had to go through and figure out all your medicines and what not to eat, what to eat. Obviously, good food feeds us in a good way. Bad food, which we love, it's bad, but we love the coffee, we love the chocolate, we love the sugar.
That's it. Coffee is good for you.
Yes,
Coffee is good for you.
but it's a stimulant, like you said, and that could be
Yeah.
a problem. So you bring it through, you figure everything out, the medicine's all figured out, you're feeling well or as well as you can, and you say to yourself, I want to sing again, I need to sing. How did this all happen? Because from that point now, look at what this is right now. So
I know.
one
Well,
day
the epilepsy, the nurses said, right, your baby's only little. Don't take her for a walk in the pram because you live in a hilly area. If you have a seizure, you may let go of the pram. Don't bath your baby. Don't be on your own. Don't carry her down the stairs. So I was thinking, okay, what can I do? So my dad actually, mum and dad, had a massive vinyl collection, a mixture of everything. So there's everything in there, mainly Motown, soul, yeah, and Dad likes reggae and things like that, which I love. So there's a mixture of everything in there, and they kindly brought it to the house and said, "There you go." And Dad used to be a mod, so he used to be on the scooters and things, and they like Northern Soul, so there were some Northern Soul tracks in there. That Dad lived in a pub for a while when he was a kid, and they were off the jukebox, so they didn't have the centerpiece in. So I got all those, and one of the songs was called "Heaven Must Have Sent You" by the Elgins, and Dad said, "Why don't you sing that one?" And I was like, "Okay." And Tom, my husband, bought me the laptop, and I was curious as to whether I still could sing. Whether I'd be able to hear the noise properly, hit the notes properly, pitch properly, whether the power would be there, whether I'd forget the words and things like that. So I was just curious really to see what would happen. And I know that music's always been a happy thing for me throughout life. So I missed it and I wanted to get back to it. So getting the vinyl collection was just that push that I needed to give it a go, because at first I was going to do, I mean, I still got it somewhere in on an old laptop. I did a talking video, and I wanted to, because obviously when you're poorly you look online to see how everybody else does, and I know you shouldn't do that, but everybody that I was looking online at were very poorly, and it wasn't a great. There were not many great outcomes, and I wanted to put out there that you can get through it. It's okay. You're going to be okay. So I tried to do a talking video, but I just kept sobbing. I kept crying. So at the end of the talking, I'd just be crying all the time and upset about it because I was reliving it. You know, it was too early. It was too early.
You think that was that wasn't? I don't think it was ability at that time, or was it? Or was it anxiousness?
I think it was, yeah, there was a bit of anxiousness. I mean, I didn't want to look at the scans and things of the tumour, and I didn't want it to be epilepsy. I didn't want to be poorly. You know, I was very, I just didn't want it to be me. And I think it was the wrong time to be doing that sort of thing. So that didn't work. And it was just making me more like, oh, you know, and I just thought, try sing. And then I put up a couple of covers. But I was coming to it from a mindset that I'm not doing it to show off. I'm doing this for therapy. This is to help. You know, this is going to help. These stories, and I can remember vividly doing one particular song. It may have been a Randy Crawford song. And for those 3 minutes, I was well again. So it was really weird how I sang the song, and then I came out of the song and I thought, oh yeah, it was really strange, really strange. I mean, throughout that time though, I was sleeping, going to bed, and I was well, and then I was waking up thinking, oh my God, it did happen to me. You know, it's like when you have a bereavement and things like that.
Yeah, just gonna say that it's like the day after a funeral.
Unbelievable.
After, you know, that's when it hits you. So these are these moments in time that are hitting you. But your love might have been the singing part. The talking part might have been you were trying too hard.
Right, I'm going to show you
then
something.
when you go right to singing, it is in your soul, it's in your heart, and it's coming out.
And you're thinking of what the song's on about.
So she got back to it. Listen, guys, I'm sorry I'm not the one talking today. I can't stop the sit down with her. She's telling us everything we need to know. I'm going to show you a song right now. If you're still here and you're interested in this, this is the first song that she did when she came back. Let's look how humble she is here. Check it out. Look at this. This is the first song and totally different vibe. Let's take a look here. Come on. Her first time after having a brain tumor and not knowing if she's even going to live to this. Let's see how it goes.
No, no, no. You don't love me, and I know now.
It's her first shot at it.
No, no, no.
Come on, Sarah, you got it, girl.
You don't love me, and I know now.
God bless her. God bless her. Oh my God. God bless. God bless. I can't.
'Cause you left me, baby. I'll get on my knees and pray now.
I'm amazed at her.
No, no, no. I'll do anything you say, boy. No, no, no. I get on my knees and pray, boy. 'Cause you left me, I get on
Wow, Adam, that is
my
interesting.
knees and pray, boy.
That's interesting, Adam. Really interesting. Look at her face. Just look at her.
No, no.
Oh my God. Look at her face.
You don't love me, and I know now. No, no, no. You don't love me, and I know now.
I gotta explain something to you guys. I really gotta explain something to you.
No, no, no.
So wow. This is mind-boggling to me. This is crazy, Gerard. So she said, you heard her say, she could not talk without breaking down. She couldn't talk without losing it. She couldn't talk without crying. Polak, can you imagine? You heard her say she couldn't have a conversation without crying. And then she went to singing. And somehow, Stephen, it took her to a whole nother level of life. So music is the pathway. Yeah, you know, some songs, they give you misery. Some songs, they bring back bad memories. But look at her on her first try. And she was just in it. What an incredible story. So, Adam, that is a great comment that you made. You never knew that you can do it unless you tried to do it. So the brain was repairing itself. It's unbelievable. I want to talk about guests for a minute. I want to talk about guests, panels, and all of this stuff. I'm not that guy that just searches out there to find some guest that's going to get me numbers. I'm not that guy. I don't need to have that celebrity, that big name that's hot on the internets right now that's going to get me views and viewers and money. No, I'm not about that here, guys. I apologize, but I'm just not going to put anybody that comes around on the panel. I'm very conservative with what I do with the panel. Now, obviously, I got Donna, I got Larry, I got Gerard, I got Dindo, I got all these people here. They're good people. We come on the panel, we break balls. But as far as guests, Stigs, you should get such and such. Stigs, I can get all these people if I really worked. If I really worked at it, you know the people I could have on this show for real. I'm 2 calls away from some of the top celebrities out there. I'm not interested. I'd rather do a spotlight on them, speak about them in my way, based on some of the stuff that I know, and just do it like that. Yes, okay, can you get to Joe? Yeah, I can get to Joe Pesci somehow. Can you get to Frankie Valli? I can get to Frankie Valli somehow. Can you get to such and such? Can you get, that's not me. It's only us here, this little community. And really, I'm not a podcaster, but Sarah's story, and we ended up with a nice connection, me and her, and it's great. Fern, it's like my sister. Carmela, it's like my sister. We just go. So, Polak, this is the way I like to do it. Yes, you say you're doing great. Now, we're doing great in what way? We're doing great in one aspect of life, enjoying ourselves. We're not doing great in YouTube numbers, in money, in this, and views, and that's okay. That's not what I'm here for. Not. I don't know when's the last time I went back and looked at how well a show performed. If Theendu did not tell me last week that we had good numbers on one of the shows I did, I would not know it. I don't even know what show it was. He said, Stigs, I went back and looked. You got some good numbers on that show you did this morning or yesterday. I had no idea. I don't look back. Looking back hurts you. We got to just go forward. So I said to myself, all right, that's nice. Theendu's taking a look. That's excellent. He liked the show, whatever it was about. And he went back and took a look before he came on, and he wanted to say you had good views. I don't remember the show. It's not important. It's just the fact that I'm not searching to make that big hit over here. Because I'm going to tell you what, you get that guest on that gets you 1,000. Look at when I had Joey Merlino on, what did I get? 12,000 views. Okay. That's not me. That's not what I'm about. And I didn't have Joey Merlino on here to get views. He said to me, I'm coming on. Snuff was coming on, and Joey said, send me the link. I'm coming on too. I did not ask Joey Merlino to come on my show. Me and Snuff were going to have a conversation. Joey Merlino said, I'm coming on. So just, show me how to do it. And, okay, but that's not what I do. It's not my thing. I could have many guests on. Angelo Lutz reached out to me to come on our show. I did not reach out to Angelo Lutz to have him on here. He contacted me. Sarah Collins, I asked respectfully, Sarah Collins, if you would like to, my little social club crew, they love your music. If you would like to one day, possibly, stop by for coffee and have a little conversation in the morning before we start the day on a Monday, the start of a week. And Sarah said, I would be happy to do it, but I don't drink coffee. She said, well, I'll bring the water. You bring the coffee. We'll have the conversation. That's how me and Sarah Collins went live together. We did it live. My microphone was messed up. Doesn't matter. It's not important. You can hear Sarah. That story is more important than any celebrity type of person that I could have on here. Because let me explain to you something. This is what happens to people that get those big stars on their shows or those big numbers. Now they got to really figure out a way to do better than that. And that's almost impossible. Right? She's from Yorkshire. Make her a cup of tea. There you go. She can't have caffeine, but just let me see what else she has to say, and then we'll end her as the topic today. But incredible. She is just incredible. You got to love her.
You're thinking of the story. So when I was talking about it, I was talking through that horrible event, whereas when I was singing the song, they were singing about a story. So I was thinking about the story. I was in that story.
Oh, okay.
Like an actress, like an actress.
Different than just trying to talk.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're telling the story and you're singing.
You can be a different character when you sing.
Character, yeah. So
you can be and that means the world sometimes if you want to be a different character. It's like Beyonce, she has her own character. I'm sure lots of other singers have their own character when they get on stage and do their thing, but yeah, for me, I realized that the more that I did the songs, and the response, I couldn't believe the response at first. I was like, why do they want me to sing that song? And why are they liking it? And because I'd never put anything out there, I'd always just been a gigging singer. So the response that you always got was on that gig on that night where people would say, oh, well done. Then you'd never see them again. Yeah, you'd never see those people again. Yeah. Whereas what was different was you were putting this song up and these people are coming back. And that was crazy to me that they were just, yeah, we like that. Want you to do more. And I'd never had that really before, that following.
You won't have that. So this leads to the YouTube. So it is the YouTube.
So before we go over to YouTube, you see, she was a live singer, Good morning, the judge. Blessings to you. She was a live singer. Yeah. She was a live singer. And she said, okay, I do a live show. They clap. Everybody goes home. I never see them. I never see them again. It's over. And then she found social media. Now let's get into her. Let's get into her talking about social media. Here she comes now. She's going to talk about social media. Let's see what she has to say about YouTube. Because I mentioned YouTube to her. Let's see what she says.
You can use YouTube in a lot of different ways, right? For
Yeah.
you,
Yeah.
like you say, it's getting, you're still there. Like your song is there. It's in your library, so to speak.
That's it.
So
Yeah.
it's not that one gig that you're doing and then everybody goes home and no, remember Sarah was good. They can
That's
always
it.
go back now and it's right there. And you go back and you see those comments and it's
Yeah.
still almost live to them. It's
It's
still
a
live.
moment. It's
It's a
when
moment.
you've been so ill. Whenever this will probably be the same for a lot of people that have been through illness or some sort of trauma. You realise that life's about memories. Life's about moments. Life's about creating a moment, not about jewelry. And I love my jewelry, but
Oh, wow.
but it's not about that. It's about when I was in intensive care, those people that were stood around my bed, they were the only people that mattered. And before then, I'd worried about everything. I'd worry about what people thought about me, what people, how I looked, and I can't do that. They'll think this about me. And then when you get to that stage and you think, why am I worrying? What does it matter to those people? There's no influence there on me whatsoever. So why have I spent that time worrying?
Beautiful. That's amazing. I
Yeah,
feel the exact same way. I
yeah,
approach all of this in life the exact same way.
that's it.
And when you do that, how
Yeah,
wonderful the world is. The sun is
it
shining
is.
all the time, whether it's raining
Yeah,
or not.
absolutely. I mean, after I was poorly, you spend a lot of your life rushing around. I've got to be here. I've got to be there. I've got no time. Da, 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 da. And I can remember having this one vivid moment in the house, the old house, and I looked out of the window, and it sounds really silly, but there were like rabbits and things in the garden and robins, and I'd never stopped in my life to look what they do, hopping around the garden and just calmly taking how beautiful life is. Because once it's taken from you, it's gone.
Over.
It's gone. And you're never going to get that again.
This
So,
is wonderful. This
yeah,
is wonderful because I feel the exact same way.
yeah,
When I hear the birds chirping, I wonder if everybody really absorbs that music.
yeah.
And unfortunately, like you were saying, people are busy and they're not. I
They're
drive
not.
and I see that sun and I say, you know, we're going to pass through here. That sun is still going to be here. That
Mm.
beautiful sunrise. I live near New York City, so I'm fortunate to see that sunrise over the skyline of New York City.
Do you watch
And
it from the
I feel
stoop?
that such how do you even say it? I don't even know what the word is. Appreciation, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
The beauty
It is.
of it. The birds are chirping outside right now. The
That's
sun
it.
is rising. It's music. The rain is holy water. I say it all the time. The
Yeah,
rain is holy water coming down.
yeah.
So we view these things the exact same way. And
That's it.
once you can do that, all the positive things come your way.
They do. They do. Because before, if I'd have gone to a YouTube channel before when I was gigging and I was in that different mindset of, what's everybody going to think, the channel wouldn't have done as well because I was trying to prove too much and they've been pushing it, pushing the narrative. Whereas now I'm not bothered. It's, I'm singing a song because I love the song. I love that song. It's not for likes or, I mean, it is lovely to receive the likes, but it's because I love the song. I love the music. It makes you feel good. It makes you happy, and if music makes you happy, then it's free. Just use the music. Turn on the vinyl. you know.
Turn it on. You know, I bought a record player. I got a record player as a gift about 2 years ago.
Fantastic.
We have a little shop here that still sells vinyl.
The
And I
best.
just went out and bought a whole bunch of vinyl.
Yeah.
$5, $3. I go to a
Yeah.
flea market. I buy vinyl records.
Yeah.
And there's nothing better than that imperfection of a vinyl
Crackle.
record.
Yeah,
Crackling.
the warm crackle, and the actual move, the actual physicality of putting the needle on the record, not just going play, putting the
No.
needle on the record. That all that is nice. That the lovely retro aspect of it is really nice, bringing back the old feel. You know, not
It's better
the
than anything digital that's out there.
yeah. It's just
When
it's
I
not.
feel
For me.
it,
I'm old.
I bought this album, Sarah. I bought this album, or somebody gave it to me as a gift. 1974, Frank Sinatra
Oh wow.
at Madison Square Garden in New York City, where they used to do fights and boxing matches and all of that. Howard Cosell was a presenter here. He was a presenter, and he welcomed Frank Sinatra onto Madison Square Garden for this live event.
Wow.
And I'm listening to it, and like you're saying, the crackling and all of that just added to it. I did
It
not
does.
need a digital perfected
No. Too
album.
perfect. It's like the new music now. Obviously, I've got younger children that listen to the new music, but I'm really proud that they like the old music too, and they know a lot of the old music. They know a lot of the old songs, but I listen to it and I try to get into it, but it's too perfect. You know, it's
Too
too perfect. Or the singers of today are all trying to reach the highest note. They're all trying to do the best riffs, and
Yes,
you know, you
true.
think, well, you've lost what the song's about if you're trying to over impress a little bit. I mean, there are some great singers out there, but you know, and there's always going to be somebody better than you, but you do your own thing, you do your own path, you know, and don't deviate from that. You do your own thing and stay true to yourself, and then you've got nothing to prove. No, what do you need to prove to anybody anyway? Nothing.
Just tell your story through song if you can,
Yeah.
which is why I love today's country. I like the pop country. I like
Yeah.
today's country. It's very good. My kids love it. Who
Yeah.
would know teenagers are going to be loving country?
Country
My kids
music.
they
Yeah.
love it.
I
And they
love
sing
country
it,
music. Yeah.
and you're
Country music.
introducing your whole family to all this music, all this different music, all
Mm.
these, nothing specific, but
No,
all good stories.
good variety of everything. I mean, when I did a gig one time before the brain tumor, and it was at a fancy church, and there was a young girl there, and she was an opera singer, and oh my God, I never thought I loved opera. And she sang one track, and the vibrato that and the vibrations of her voice around this church, I was weeping, I was crying. I was like, I never knew I like this music, but it was just the sound of her voice.
It's the
It was
sound.
so clear and beautiful. I was just, that you've just got to be open to everything. And once you open your heart to music, you'll be surprised what you like and what you don't like.
That's funny. I was thinking about opera the other day. Now, even if you don't understand it, you
No,
feel it.
you do. You
You
do.
feel it, right?
Absolutely. I definitely felt, what she was singing. It was just, and the power in her voice, she was only a tiny little thing. The power in her voice was absolutely amazing. But yeah, the country music is a massive thing. Country music was a love of my granddad, Fred. So he liked country music, and I idolized my granddad, Fred, because he was very young when he died. He was only 68 or something like that. He wasn't very old at all. He was a real character, shall we say. He was just a guy that was a real character and knew the stories and told the stories. And when he passed, well, just before he passed, he had what do you call them? The little cassette players with the headphones and the Walkman. That's it. And my auntie found a Patsy Cline tape. He was listening to Patsy Cline. So after he died, I took it upon myself to do a variety show singing Patsy Cline. So we went around. It was like a touring variety show where they had opera singers, they had different singers. I sang a couple of country songs, and I did a variety, country, and it was like my tribute to my granddad, really.
No, that's
That was
nice.
nice.
That is
Yeah,
nice. That is
yeah,
great.
I know.
So you come up with these songs. Sometimes you're posting 2 or 3 a day. Sometimes you go 2 weeks. Is it
Uh,
all random, or does it just come to you? Are you searching them out, or you just go, oh, I'm singing this today?
I have a massive list, a request list, a huge request list, and that has been great because some of my followers know their music massively, and they've introduced me to some amazing songs that I've never heard of before. I mean, I think I've heard a lot of songs, but when they introduce me to these certain songs, I think, wow, why have I not ever heard that before? So that's sometimes how it happens, or sometimes I can be browsing through YouTube or whatever, and I'll just hit upon a song and I think I like that, you know. So it's I'm running out of songs now though because
Right.
I've done so many.
Yeah.
But it's difficult really. But the songs will always keep coming because there's always that old music there. It goes back so long, the music.
Yeah. Wow. Songs for generations.
Absolutely.
100
Yeah,
years. Songs,
yeah,
100 years of music is forever. It's been
it
forever.
is. Yeah,
It's unbelievable.
yeah.
So you don't have a specific favorite. You just find it, sing it. Do you have to rehearse, or you just go right with it?
I like to warm up now. So
Warm
I
up.
like
Yeah.
to warm my voice up a little bit now because I'm learning that you've got to warm your voice up a little bit. And I know you sound it's sometimes a little bit of a daft thing to do when you sat at home, or if my children are wandering around the room and they go, "Oh God, what are you doing, Mum?" And I'm doing some sort of runs and trying to warm my voice up. But I like to warm my voice up. And I like to obviously get really familiar with the song and know it. I mean, obviously, I can't know all of the songs straight off, but I have a couple of practices with them and then go for it.
You practice it. You get the vibe of the song. You
Hmm.
get the vibe of the song, and then you get the lyrics down,
Yeah,
and then you push record, and that's where your beauty comes out, your heart comes out, and we're feeling the story through you. Although we know the song already,
yeah,
you're adding something to it. I got to tell you, just one of my favorites is "Get Right Back to Where We Started From." I don't know why,
yeah. That's a
but it's
nice
one
one.
of my favorites of you. I go back to it many, many times,
It is a nice one. Yeah,
and I love it
it
because
is.
I feel that we do have to get back to where we started from. And you, through your music, so I relate this song to you because you got back to where you started from
Hmm.
after the situation. So I'm seeing more than just a song and somebody singing something. I'm feeling you
So
when
Hmm.
I
I hear
basically let
that
her do
song
it.
and I see you sing it.
I basically let her do it. Um, I could have done the whole story, but I feel like it was better if I did let her do it. So that's Sarah Collins' story. Really great stuff. Good morning, Native Atheist. Music will never go away. You are right, Morinello. You are 100% correct. Shall I keep going with her a little bit more? Should I finish it? Let me see. Let me see what else. It's almost over. Yeah, she's almost done. We're almost done with her. Let's see. Let's see, Sarah. Finish it up for us. I'm glad you did it this way, Tommy. Much better. Yeah, I figured I would let we had her here, so
Because I think of your story. Now, many here may have not known your story. They may have, they may not have. So I knew your story. And when I hear that song, every time I listen to it, I get a different emotion, a different reaction, but all good, all positive, and all uplifting. And it gives you determination. And it says to me, we got to get right back to where we started from, but we can definitely do this again. And
That's it.
you don't realize the impact of some of the songs that you sing through your expression, but you have something there that's absolutely incredible, and we feel it through you, and
No,
that's why people love it so much. I will do sometimes an hour show of just your music on a Friday night,
I've
and it's
seen
all
some.
you.
I've seen some.
Yeah,
Because you like Frankie Valli, don't you?
yeah, you dedicated a song to
Frankie
us.
Valli.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a great singer he is.
One
Um,
mile down the road is where he grew up, where I'm
oh
sitting
my
right now.
goodness.
1 mile down the road.
Oh my gosh. Is he
Yeah.
better? Is he better? Was he ill? He was quite ill at one
He
point, wasn't
had, what was going around. He had it pretty bad
he? How's he
twice.
doing now?
And then he ended up with pneumonia, and now
Mm.
he's back on tour. He has He's 90 and he has a residency in Vegas right now.
Wow. I'd love
Yeah.
to see it.
Yeah,
Music keeps you young, you see.
yeah. Yeah,
Keeps
his
you
daughter
young.
says, I know his daughter pretty well. And she says,
Wow.
I wish Pop would stop. I wish Pop would stop. I said, listen, this is what keeps him
In his
going.
blood.
As long as he can do it. Yeah, as long as he can do it, he wants to do it.
That's it. It's in his
And
blood
what's he going to do? Sit home and just sit around? If he still has the energy.
to do it.
Now, let me tell you something interesting about Frankie Valli. He moved from this area to LA, not because he got rich and famous,
Mm.
because it had something to do with his vocals.
All right.
And he still sings every day for 1 hour in the shower.
It's a muscle, you see.
The
If you
muscle.
don't use it, if you don't use your muscle, it gets, yeah. If you don't use your voice for very long, it's like any muscle, you know, you're not keeping it at a high form sort of thing.
And
But
that's what he said. He has to
he's
continue
amazing.
to work it an hour a day with warm water going, hot water going, and that's how he's able to still do it.
Yes,
Unbelievable.
singing and I'd love
Do you have
to.
anything like that?
To America.
Do you have
Yeah.
any exercises or you just sing?
I don't. I just warm up basically.
Warm up, yeah. Wow,
Yeah,
great.
I just warm up. I did a gig in America. I came over to Ohio, and I sang at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Oh,
Following on from the tumor, this guy got in touch with me, and he runs a company that helps people that have loss of limbs and things like that fly planes. And he said, "Would you?" He sent a message saying, "Would you like to come over to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and sing some music over here?" And I was like, "This is crazy. This is not right. It's not. It's definitely a prank." After looking into it, it wasn't a prank at all. And I flew over on the Thursday with my husband, and we stayed all weekend. We got to look around the museum, which was amazing. Every star that I loved was absolutely tiny. Their outfits were tiny, you know, like Diana Ross, and absolutely tiny little dresses, and the guitars and the music and Elvis Presley's things. And so I looked all around that, and then I sang with a band that I'd never sung before, called the Tad Robinson Band, so an American band. He's a blues guy, really good singer. And we just sang a few songs together, some of his songs and some of that I'd covered. And it was amazing, amazing. I loved America.
But that part is not the highlight. Let's get in. Let's end it with the highlight of your life. What happened? Because that video, see, I can't show it because
No.
I'll get copyright on that. They'll shut me down. Oh man, how great I felt seeing that
It
for
was
you.
amazing. Yeah,
Because I feel like I have a connection with you in the last 2 years or so, whatever it might be. And then
absolutely.
when I saw that, I said, "This is you can't even script this. You can't write this." Your
These
dream.
things don't happen to normal people, do they? Really,
So
normal.
go through what took place. We'll end it on that. This is a beautiful situation that happened to Sarah, and I wanted you to say it. I never wanted to explain it to the group as I talk about you frequently, but I'm happy that you were able to come on and you can explain what actually happened to you because it's amazing.
So I thought basically that I was going down to London for a weekend away with my husband, which is a nice thing to do. He doesn't get much time off work, so I thought, great, bit of shopping, that'd be quite nice. So I sent my daughter off to get into the taxi. She gets a taxi to school in a school uniform, but all the family knew about it. So my husband, my son, my daughter, grandma, granddad all knew. I had no clue. And I sent my daughter off at the end of the drive in a uniform, not knowing that she was getting collected sneakily by a grandma, granddad. And we went down to London. Me and Tom went down to London. Gets down there. I thought we were going to this particular restaurant. In this restaurant, it was like a country and western themed restaurant. And I was looking around this bar thinking, I like that singer. Patsy Cline up on that wall. I love that singer. And, Loretta Lynn, she's up there. I like her too. And Leanne Rimes. Yeah, wow, she's a great singer. And I was having a drink and then I was getting hungry. So I said to Tom, when are we going through to the restaurant? So next minute, this lady behind the bar takes us through to this particular room where there's a booking Bronco. So I thought, is this a London thing? Is this a crazy London thing that they do down here? For a picture, where you smile at the camera. Tom, I get a big cowboy hat put on and the neckerchief and a waistcoat, and I'm thinking, what the hell is going on here? And says to Tom, looking over at him, he's got a pink cowboy hat on. I'm like, well, you look a fool. And then he quickly exits because the lady said there's only one allowed in this room at a time. So he's left me on this booking Bronco. Next minute, this loud voice comes through saying, right, smile at the camera. And I'm like, oh my God, wave the, what do they call it that you wave over it? Yeah. So I'm doing that and I'm smiling. And then the next minute, the door, the whole wall, I didn't know it was a door, the whole wall fell down onto this stage. And it was the Drury Theatre in Leeds, in London, which is in the West End, one of the oldest theatres in London. Okay. So it went with a real clatter. And I can remember that brief moment looking around, and there was all these faces in the audience, all like cheering and shouting and for me. And I'm thinking, what? And then the tears. I was like, the tears just fell. I looked over. I saw that my daughter was there. My son was there. My husband was in the audience. Grandma and granddad were in the audience. And then this presenter comes over to me, Michael McIntyre, and he's saying, what is going on? What is going on, Sarah? And I was like, what is going on? And he said, we'd like you to be the star of the show. Would you sing at the end of the show for us? And I'm like, yeah, I'd love to do that. So I went behind stage. They had a lovely team behind there. I had my own wardrobe with glittery dresses and shoes all lined up, was in my element, and the Hollywood mirrors, and I had my makeup done for me, my hair done for me. And I was thinking, what a still in a high. And got to practice one of the songs that I love, which is How Do I Live Without You by Leanne Rimes, which is a lovely song, a country song, one that I've known a long time. Yeah. And so I know the song. And then we had a little bit of a practice with the team, warming up the vocals. I had a vocal coach there and tried on the in-ears, which I must say, for the television are exceptional. So clear. I could hear everything. If I could sing with something like that every time, you can hear your breath. They're that good. And I can remember just going back onto stage. I had this red, shimmery, sequiny dress on, my hair all done nice, and I felt the top dollar. And I walked on, there was smoke on the stage, and I just thought in my head, the producer said, don't overdo it, don't overthink. No, she didn't say don't overdo it. She said, don't overthink it, just enjoy the performance. So that is what I took with me, and I just thought, I'm just going to enjoy this. It might not happen again, I was just thinking, I'm just going to enjoy this. And I walked onto the stage and I sang. So I sang a verse, the opening verse and the chorus. And then I heard the presenter say, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Miss Leanne Rimes. And I was like, looked over, Leanne Rimes walks on the stage with me and starts singing. And I'm like, so I cried again. I was like, my hand was quivering like this. I'm thinking, please don't let my legs fold underneath me. Yeah. And I was just saying, how beautiful are you? How beautiful, you're beautiful. And she came on and she went, please don't make me cry halfway through a sing. So I had to compose myself. And then we sang together, but it was nice because we were, she was really kind actually, because she let me sing the melody. And obviously the melody in the song is the main part. And she was ad-libbing. So she was ad-libbing into the song. And then at the end, we did a bit of a back and forth thing to finish the song off. But I'd never sung with her before. I didn't know what to expect. I was thinking, don't, sing where you're not supposed to sing with Leanne Rimes, a Grammy Award winner. Yeah. But she was so humble, so beautiful, and so kind. And
so it looked like, watching it looked like it just flowed naturally for both of you. It just without rehearsing or anything, you guys together just flowed so beautifully.
I love the vibrato in Leanne Rimes' voice, and the tone of her voice is lovely. It's a real country tone. but she's been a child star. She's sung since she was little. You know, she knows the game really, and you could tell it flowed effortlessly. But then after we'd done the show, I got to keep the dress and the shoes, which was fantastic. I could tell you a funny story about the shoes, but well, I'll tell you anyway. When I got there and they showed me these open toe shoes, I said, I cannot wear open toe sandals. I haven't painted my toenails. So I was mortified. I said, please, have you not got some clothes? They went, don't worry about it. We'll paint your toes.
Oh,
So
wow. Oh, wow.
they paint my toes. I was like, oh, this is like, when's the grapes and the bath coming, you know?
Oh, wow. That's
But
amazing.
it was amazing. I got to keep the dress, and afterwards, I was just blown away. And then afterwards, the response from people that had watched it, everybody was saying how much they'd cried and how it had affected them. You know, over here, they'd all said, oh, we were all sobbing. We were absolutely sobbing. And it went round like wildfire. It was like some sort of like media storm, you know. And I was like, I didn't sleep on the first night because it was all like so shocking to me. But that's the memory that I'll remember forever.
God, it's a lot. It's a once. You can't even script this.
No.
This story you cannot script. It's just
No.
flowed naturally for you. Now, I see things happen when you really didn't have expectations. You just did this, all of this. You just went along with it,
Yeah.
and just so when you don't put too, like that person told you, don't overthink.
Don't try to over impress people. Just
That's
enjoy
right.
it. That's it. That's the mindset I'm in now. Just enjoy it. Don't
Do you-
suffer fools, though. Don't suffer fools in life. You
No.
know, don't suffer fools, but enjoy. You know, enjoy. Look for the good. You know, and when you look for the good, it tends to come. You know.
When you are your natural self and you let the process be the process, it's written already, right? We know this. We know it's all written, right?
Yeah.
So let follow the process.
That's it.
Go with your heart, go
That's
with
it.
your mind, go with your soul, wherever it takes you, that's where you go.
That's
I've
it.
done that. We've done the exact same thing, different paths of life, but we've done the exact same thing.
Yeah.
And it seems to be working out in my little space here and in
People-
your big space over there. It just seems to
Yeah.
come naturally.
People like to see, people want to see real people. They don't want falseness. They don't want fakeness. They want real life people, you know, that they can connect with. You know, people aren't perfect. Nobody's perfect. And people like to see your imperfections, you know, they like to, you know, it just makes you feel normal, you know, that's why the Instagram thing frightens me really with my girl and my boy, and you know, it's because they're just, you know, gauging against perfection all the time. You know, nobody's perfect.
That's the problem today. Yeah, that's a little bit of a problem today because, you know, we say with filter, I guess that's the word, filters and all that. They're filtering out life.
Yeah,
Not,
you
they're
are.
not just they're not just filtering out pictures. They're filtering out life.
Life.
Which is,
It's like concerts. When you go to a concert, everybody's on their phone. Nobody's just feeling the music. Everybody's, oh, I've got to capture this. You know, enjoy the concert. It's crazy.
wow. Wow, this was incredible, Sarah.
It
Hold on, I
was.
got sirens coming by, as you can hear. You hear the sirens going all the time. I have sirens going when I'm doing the show. I'm gonna let those sirens pass, but this is real, though, right?
It is real life.
This
Real
is
life.
real life. This is what we're doing here. We
Yeah.
didn't even talk really before this. We just came on and we
No.
said we're just going to talk. We're just going to
That's
talk like
it.
two people that formed a good connection, and we're going to have a conversation, and that's exactly what we did.
That's it.
We have an audience, but we could have done this as a pre-record and then release it and edit it and all of that. No, I said, let's just do it live. Let's
Yeah.
just do it.
Go
Let's
for
go.
it. Yeah.
And this is where we are.
Exactly.
So
I've really enjoyed it.
I'm going to log out of the show. We had a lot of comments in here. So later on, if you can, give it a few hours or tomorrow, take a look back at the show and just read some of the comments because they leave beautiful comments about you.
Thank
So
you,
you'll be
everyone.
able to see the comments later. It takes YouTube a little while to, they cycle them through, they filter them, they filter them. Do what they do. And then if there's anything wrong, they kind of remove them. So sometimes some shows take a few hours.
Okay.
Some have taken 12 hours. But
All
you'll
right.
see the comments later.
I will. I'll have a
And
look.
you'll be able to reply to comments if you like, if you have time later. We spent an
Yeah.
hour, so it'll take you an hour. You go through, and when you log back in, you'll be able to see all those comments coming through.
Thank you to everybody, honestly. You've been
So
amazing. I mean, I keep seeing on my YouTube videos, I'm here via the Tommy Stigs show, and I think, wow, this guy has some clout, you know. He's got a lot of friends. It's been really lovely, though. It's been really nice. And I have watched a few of your videos, obviously. But it's been so lovely to feel your support. And it's just really nice to hear, really. And it's just nice to chat to you.
That's amazing. That's a compliment that I never expected. I really appreciate that. That's amazing. Wow. All right, hang on, Sarah. I'm going to
Okay.
say bye to the crowd. If you want to say, you said goodbye already. I think you just said.
Bye. Bye, everyone.
All right, guys, I'm going to log off. I'm going to go.
That was our sit down with Sarah. I had to play the whole thing. I had to play it all. Who asked about seeing her live? Tommy Stigs has clout. Great show. Good morning, Tommy. This was an awesome throwback. I can listen to this many times. Sarah and her family are awesome. Great job, sir. Thank you, Mike F. Who asked about seeing Sarah live? Somebody mentioned in the comments about seeing Sarah live. Again, she said it just like we say it here. And we say it here all the time. Just be real. Just be real. You asked about the live. Zelda Z, hold on a minute. I may have something here for you. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. This is for Zelda. Hello, Zelda. We got a little something for you. Let's see how clear this comes in. Sarah Collins live.
Your love lifting me higher than I've ever been lifted before. So keep it up.
Wow. She's absolutely incredible. Wow, 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 wow. How about that for a comeback story, huh? Stephen Morin. How about this for a comeback story, guys? You see, I was an underdog since the start. And I was probably an underdog in this YouTube thing. But the way I got this thing going, I absolutely love it. I love it. Where are you going to find this? Where are you finding this? Okay, hold on. I got a couple of more before we get out of here. Remember, listen, this is crazy. Check out this one. Remember what she was talking about with Leanne Rhymes? Hold on a minute. Hold on a second, guys. I got something for you here from Sarah Collins. I got something here.
Star of tonight's show, it's Sarah!
How do I get through one night without you? If I had to live without you, what kind of life would that be? Oh, I need you in my arms, need you to hold. You're my world, my heart, my soul. If you ever leave, baby, you would take away everything good in my life. And tell me now, how do I live without you? I want to know, how do I breathe without you? If you ever go, how do I ever survive? How do I, oh, how do I live?
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Leanne Rhymes!
Without you, there'd be no sun. Don't make me cry now. There would be no love in my life. There'd be no world left for me. Oh, and I, baby, I don't know what I would do. I'd be lost if I lost you. If you ever leave, well, baby, you would take away everything real in my life. Come on, sing it with me. And tell me now, how do I live without you? I want to know, how do I breathe without you? If you ever go, how do I ever survive? Ever survive? How do I, oh, how do I live? How do I live without you? And I want to know, how do I breathe without you? If you ever go, how do I ever survive? How do I live?
Phew. All right, give me a minute. Wow. Give me a second here, guys. This is crazy. I didn't think that would impact me the way it. Oh my God. Oh my God. That got me good. Seeing her daughter crying. Woo! Wow. All right. Let me contain myself, guys. This is crazy. See, this tells you that we're real people over here. Real people. I did not put any work into putting this show together, guys. I put no. Oh my God. Oh my God. I put no work into this show. I had no idea what I was going to do today. I didn't know if I was going to just read my notes, my regular notes. I was just going to read my regular notes, guys. And then I said to myself, like I do, I said, self, let me just show the interview. And I was embarrassed because that interview, the sound was horrible. I couldn't fix my microphone. I couldn't fix my mic. So this is what you get here at the Social Club. We're not going to do a Catholic Minute today. We are blessed. We are truly blessed by God. The Catholic Minute today is not going to do anything more than we just did. Exactly. Wow. I think I did it. I think we did a good show. I think we did a good show today without knowing what we're doing. We still don't even know what we're doing. Yeah, I had bad microphone, but hopefully everything came through well. Unbelievable. She truly is incredible. Now, I got 2 songs to end this show with. Because Mike F comments on everything in depth. Now, forgive me, guys, for not being able to reply to every message that you guys sent. Spoke about this the other day with a content creator. I spoke about this the other day with a content creator, and I said, you have to acknowledge the comments, a love, a like, something. If you are putting up content and somebody is going out of the way to post a comment, you must acknowledge it. Now, I do it a little different here because I'm on here every day and I speak to the people that leave the comments. So we are connected. It's the ones that post a video or an update on the Facebook and you reply to them. You give them your time, your energy, your thought because they asked for it and they give you no reply back. This is where it's called selfishness on social media. It's a whole other topic, but I acknowledge you guys daily over here, daily. So listen, Sarah Collins did a request for me, but we're going to go with this one first because Mike F is here and Tom Jones is Mike F that's his number 1. So Sarah did a little Tom Jones here, and then we're going to go out with one more song after this, but this is for Mike.
Sing-along track of the day. This one by Tom Jones. I really hope you enjoy it. It's not unusual to be loved by anyone. It's not unusual to have fun with anyone. When I see you hanging around with anyone, it's not unusual to see me cry. I wanna die. It's not unusual to go out at any time. When I see you out and about, it's such a crime. You should ever wanna be loved by anyone. It's not unusual, it happens every day. No matter what you say, find it happens all the time. Love will never do what you want it to. Why can't this crazy love be mine? It's not unusual to be mad with anyone. It's not unusual to be sad with anyone. But if I ever find that you changed at any time, it's not unusual to find out I'm in love
Absolutely, absolutely incredible. Detroit Siggy, you are here. Should we check this? Should we check the stoop cam or before we go? We got one more song before we get out of here. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this show about absolutely nothing. I hope you guys enjoyed this show about absolutely nothing. I got to get out of here. You want to see the stoop cam, Siggy? Siggy always asks for the stoop cam. Okay, I'm staying for a minute longer. What do you mean? You're staying, Donna, what are you talking about? You're staying for a minute longer. What? What does that mean? With you. Enjoyed it is an understatement. Wonderful. Let's go out to the stoop. You want to go out to the stoop, Siggy? Let's go. Let's see what we got going on the stoop. Streetwalkers. He wants to see the streetwalkers, this crazy bastard. Let's see. All right, we're out there. We're going to bang around Belleville today. We got the DeVille. We got the DeVille out today, the Fleetwood Broham. Where's Gianni Catalano? Right there. Take a look. This is the stoop right now. I'm going full. That's how we're going to bang around Belleville and Newark today. I got to head over to Newark today for. And that's where we're at, guys. We're gonna roll out. I'm thinking about taking the window tint off. I'm not a fan of the window tint on this old car, on this classic car. I just don't think it belongs there. What do you think? What do you think? I should take the tint off. Take a good look at it. All right. So let's get out of there. We're going to go out with one more song. And I reached out to Sarah Collins last week. And I said, can you do something for our friend, Johnny Maestro's nephew? His name is See No Evil. And she came off with it. Take the tint off? Yeah, I'm thinking take it off, right? I feel the same way. Because the inside of the car is beautiful. Go with a lesser darkness up front with the tint. I'm thinking no tint. Those cars are supposed to be light, open. I don't know. I think we're going to take the tint off. All right. So I asked Sarah Collins last week, and within an hour, she had this song ready for us. All right, guys, we're going to get out of here. This is the end of the 312th consecutive Coffee Talks here at the Social Club. Who do we got tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen? We've got somebody tomorrow. I got shows lined up all the way to next week. Next Friday, we're dipping into Victoria Gotti. Brooklyn, nice. Hello there. Nice to see you. Next Friday, we're ending with Victoria Gotti, John Gotti's daughter. So during the week, I got Dom DeLuise. I got Cher. I got a few good shows lined up. I don't know the thumbnails. I don't know who tomorrow is. But I got some good stuff. How do you say it's good? Well, I don't know how to say it's good. I know you are something. You're good at it. Brooklyn Ice, not Brooklyn Nice. That's Fish Tommy. Hello, Fish. Good to see you, Fish. Fish is all right. That's my man, Fish. I have no problems with Fish. I hear people yell at Fish, but Fish is welcome over here. Fish is always welcome here. Guys, we're going out with this. This is for See No Evil. We got something for everybody here. Listen, I appreciate you guys more than you will ever know. You guys are absolutely incredible. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. You guys come in here every day. And I think we built a nice community here. A real nice community here. So I'm going to get out of here with 16 candles. So you saw Sarah's first, and now you're going to see Sarah's most recent. Well, close to most recent. I got to get out of here, guys. Here we go. Donna's doing it. Appreciates us. That is wonderful to hear. That is really wonderful. I love it. Okay, Sarah, take us out. 16 candles on the 312th consecutive Coffee Talks here at the Social Club. Tommy Stigs wishing you all well. Ciao. 4.
Happy birthday, baby. Oh, I love you so.
Wait a minute. I have a favor to ask. I have a favor to ask the social club crew. Please go over to Sarah Collins. Listen to some of her music and please leave a comment. Let her know we sent you over there. Let's flood Sarah. Let's flood Sarah with the love that she deserves. I don't use that word that much, but Sarah deserves to get a lot of love. So go over to Sarah Collins' videos and please comment on some of her videos.
16 candles make a lovely light, but not as bright as your eyes tonight. Blow out the candles, make your wish come true, for I'll be wishing that you love me too. You're only 16, but you're my teenage queen. You're the prettiest, loveliest girl I've ever seen. 16 candles in my heart will glow forever and ever. For I love you so. You're only 16, but you're my teenage queen. Oh, you're the prettiest, loveliest girl I've ever seen. 16